Hello students, standard 8 subject Hoenydew. Good morning. Last video हमने first chapter किया था the best Christmas present in the world. So now let's start. Select the most appropriate options as answer and complete the following sentence. Put the letter A, B, C, D corresponding to the correct option in the box given against each question. So first में क्या लिखा है? The writer bought a roll top even thought it was in a bad condition because it was being sold for very little money. So answer I guess C. To whom was the letter written that the marathon found in the box? क्या था? Connie? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ओके आंसर आएगा ए. इसमें सी. टॉमी इज नेम फॉर इंग्लैंड सोल्जर. ब्लैंक इज कॉल्ड फ्रेज किसको बोल रहे थे हमने देखा था? जर्मन सोल्जर. व्हाट इज द वाइट फ्लैग अ सिंबल ऑफ पीस? The Tommies and the Freezes meet blank on the Christmas day. No man's land. The German soldiers were wearing blank uniform grey. What was Hans Wolf pursued before he joined the army? He was a cello player. लिखा ना, पहले में सी, सेकंड में ए, थर्ड में सी, फोर में बी, फाइव में सी, सिक्स में सी, सेवन में ए और एट में बी. Now next, say whether the following sentences are true or false. Put 4 true and 4 false in the given boxes. Inside the tin box, there was an envelope addressed to Jim Maxwell. क्या आएगा? False. The letter was written on the eve of Christmas in 1914. False. Jim Maxwell was a teacher by profession before he joined the army. True. Hans Wolf's favorite English writer was Thomas Hardy. True. Hans Wolf said that their winning the football match was not quite fair. True. Connie Macpherson wants that the narrator should read the letter to her. True. First false, second false, after 4 के 4 true. Okay. Answer the following questions in 2 to 3 sentences each. Okay. How did the How did the author find Jim's letter? What did it contain? The author found Jim's letter in small black tin box put in the drawer of an old table. Jim's letter was addressed to his wife. He was a British soldier, but he was glad to have celebrated Christmas together with the German soldiers. He had narrated the whole event in the letter and promised to come back home before next Christmas. Complete first answer. Okay, now next. Do you think Jim Maxwell's came back from the war? How do you know this? Okay. England and Germany were at war with each other, but the armies were in their respective trenches, either waiting to shoot or trying to avoid being shot at. But and Christmas, a strong development took place. The German soldiers came out of their hiding places and called out Happy Christmas. Now third, for how long do you think Connie had kept Jim's letter? Give reasons for your answers. Connie had kept Jim's letter with her till that house was gutted in a fire. She would surely have been fed the letters presents until the time she got a bite middle-headed. Okay. Now fourth, why do Jim and Hans think that games or sports are good resolving conflict? Do you agree? Both Jim and Hans were soldiers, both were war hearted. They had seen the sufferings of war, so it was natural for them to hate war. They favored a peaceful solution to settle disputes, games or sports they said were good ways of resolving conflicts. I also quite agree with them. Clear? Now next. Jim talks about an incident that had just happened at the front. What was it? Jim talks about incident. बराबर कोई इंसिडेंट के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं. सो हमने देखा था इंग्लैंड एंड जर्मनी were at war with each other. Both the armies were in their respective trenches, either waiting to shooter trying to avoid being shot at. But and Christmas a strange development took place. The German soldiers. Next, answer the following questions in 4 to 5 sentences each. Do you think the soldiers of the two armies are like each other or different from each other? Find evidence from the story to support your answer. All human beings are alike in many ways. They love peace and आपको अगर हैंडराइटिंग लाइटली दिख रहा हो तो भी मैं बोल रही हूँ, वो सुन के आपको स्पेलिंग आ सकती है. ओके, दे लव पीस एंड hate war. They want to live together. Example from the story. Then they were calling out to us from across no man's and Happy Christmas. Tommy, Happy Christmas. When we had got over the surprise, some of us shouted back, some to you, same to you, freeze, same to you. Now next, mention the various ways in which the British and the German soldiers become friends and find things in common at Christmas. The British and the German soldiers belong to different camps. They were enemies and fighting a war, but after all they were human beings and therefore they had similar feelings. They shared the festival spirit of Christmas. They got over hatred and played games, feasted and drunk like good friends. Both Hittites were but were excused to go back to their families at the end of war. Clear? Now next, do you think the title of this story is suitable for it? Can you think of any other titles? Decidedly, the title of this story is most suitable for the old Connie. No other present could have given such joy as the Connie coming home of Jim, her husband. Her presumptions might be wrong, but she got the greatest happiness of her life, since the story revolves around Christmas. The alternate title of the story could be War and Peace or Christmas Gift. Now next, describe in brief the author's meeting with Connie. Connie or Mrs. Macpherson was 101 years old when the author took Jim's letter to her in a nursing home. She became very excited. Her eyes lit up and she mistook the author for her husband. She kissed his cheek. She said that she had been reading his letter every day, but she wanted to hear his voice. She had made a Christmas cake also for him, as he had promised to come home. She thought that he was back home What had happened to Mrs. Macpherson? Describe her condition. Mrs. Macpherson's on leave alone after her husband went to join the British Army during the First World War. One day, her husband caught fire, but she was saved by the firemen. From then on, she had been in a nursing home. She had grown extremely old and couldn't walk on herself, and her life got confined to a wheelchair. Okay, additional and exercise vocabulary. Choose the correct words from the brackets and complete the following test. Army is terrible, happen together, distance, nothing. Dearest Connie, by Christmas time next year, this war will be nothing. but a distant and terrible memory I know from all that happened today how much both armies long for peace. We shall be together again soon, I am sure of it. Okay students, today कंप्लीट अपन नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम यहाँ से नीचे से जहाँ से बाकी है वहाँ से कंटिन्यू करेंगे. इतना आपको ये वर्कबुक में ही फिलअप करना है. ओके, क्लियर.